Sweet Science Brothers coming to you live from NYC. What up, YouTube boxing fans? It's your boy Av. And you know what, man? It's that time again, man. It's time. It's that time to talk about the deadliest man in boxing, Sergey Crusher Kovalev. You know, it's like... But Sergey Kovalev is the deadliest man in boxing, and it's that time, baby. We're going to talk about Sergey Kovalev because Sergey Kovalev is going to have the biggest 2016. I mean, what Kathy Duva, Sergey Kovalev, and even like Peter Nelson from HBO was saying is that they support Sergey Kovalev's mission in being the unified, undisputed, pound-for-pound king of boxing. I mean, the guy is, it's crazy. First of all, let's just talk about this 2016 that Kathy Duva has planned for this guy. I mean, it's incredible. First, he's fighting Jean Pascal, January 30th. Huge rematch. Can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so amped up for that fight. I mean, all the shit talk. I mean, it's great. I love it. I love it. I'm really into it. I like the fact that Jean Pascal's coming out with low blows, you know, talking about all of this fucked up stuff. Excuse the language once again. But he's talking about Sergey Kovalev's a racist, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, he's promoting this fight. You know, he is promoting this fight big time. And let me tell you something. It don't need promotion for guys like us, hardcore boxing fans. But for the casuals, yeah, why not? You know? Like, I'm into it. I don't care. It's like, he didn't mention... See, this is the thing. A lot of people are taking all of these allegations way too seriously. It's like, he didn't say Sergey Kovalev was this big racist the first time they fought, and the Twitter thing had already happened. So, you know, he didn't mention it. He's mentioning it now because he's building up a lot of excitement for the fight. You know, a lot of casuals and a lot of, you know, people were criticizing the fight because they were like, oh, you know, it wasn't competitive. Sergey Kovalev stopped you already, so why even have a rematch? First of all, that fight was explosive. That's the first thing I want to say. That fight was explosive. They were massive, epic punches. Like, big bombs were being dropped. Right hooks, uppercuts, left hooks, thrusting shots. Like, that was I'm telling you right now, that was a deadly fight. And Sergey Kovalev won. It was an epic stoppage by the Iceman, the Crusher. But, you know, Jean Pascal put up a hell of a fight. Oh my God. And I've talked about it in other videos before. You know, it's like, this guy has balls of steel. I have so much respect for him. It's like, first of all, you survived an encounter with Sergey Kovalev, and God blessed you. You still have your intellect intact, and you can, you know, go home to your family and enjoy your life. I mean, that alone is an achievement, but you want to step in the ring again with the deadliest man in boxing, the Crusher? For me, it's like, I'm so excited. I can't believe this guy's getting in there again with him. And it's like, you know, I watched that fight, you know, the first time it happened, I watched it. And like every great fight, and it is a great, great fight, please go watch that fight again. Legendary battle. I watched that fight 3 times. Like, the first time it happened live, you know, the next morning on my DVR, and then a month later. That's pretty much how I'll watch an epic battle. But because of all the trash talk, and I just had to watch it a couple more times. So I think I watched this fight like 6 times already. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, Jean Pascal landed some epic shots on Sergey Kovalev. He buzzed Kovalev once or twice. You know, it was a really good fight. And, you know, Sergey Kovalev stopped him. He'll stop everybody, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Kovalev's just, he's a different kind of animal. He's cut from a different cloth, you know what I mean? We haven't seen a fighter like this in a very long time. And Jean Pascal is close to being on that level. I mean, he put up a great fight. I mean, look at Kovalev's fights. Who landed on Kovalev like that? Who put up that kind of a fight? No one, just Pascal. So I give him credit. I'm definitely interested in this fight. And a word for the casuals who are criticizing this fight. Because a lot of guys are like, oh, Sergey Kovalev, he's doing it for the money, this, that, and the third. And it's like, of course he's doing it for the money. But more importantly, Don't forget that Jean Pascal like had an epic battle with Gonzalez, okay? Who was an undefeated Cuban prospect who was going to be Kovalev's mandatory. And Jean Pascal went ahead and kicked his ass. It was a close fight. Some people thought Gonzalez won. I didn't see Gonzalez winning that fight. I thought that was Jean Pascal's most epic win. He looked fantastic in that fight. And he earned his way for this rematch. Point blank, period. There's no way to go around it. Like, he earned this rematch. He deserves this rematch. He's the best guy in the light heavyweight division to challenge Sergey Kovalev, other than Adonis, a ducking Stevenson or whatever. A ducking Chickenson, whatever you want to call him. That bum don't want no parts of no Kovalev anyway. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm excited about that fight. I can't wait. I'm just counting down the days, man. That's going to be probably the best fight of 2016. I mean, we don't know. 2016 is going to be such a crazy year. But I can't wait for that fight. I believe Jean Pascal earned his way to the fight by that epic win against Gonzalez. And it's just like, wow, you know? I can't wait. I mean, I don't know how can you be a boxing fan and not be excited about that showdown right there. But what's even more epic, what's even more amazing, for the first time in boxing that I've known, maybe some of you guys who are more historically astute, like my boy Anthony, shout out, Thunderdome, and my boy, shout out, Precise Presenter. You guys are more astute with historical like aspects of boxing. And I have a question for you guys, and any of you fans out there who might know. Has any lineal champion ever been stripped of their lineal title due to ducking for over 24 months like this guy Adonis Stevenson? Because I want to remind all of you guys that this fight with Jean Pascal, January 30th, it's for the lineal light heavyweight title. That's right. Adonis Stevenson has been stripped already. He's stripped. It's over. And the fight, the winner of this fight is going to be the lineal champion. So I just wanted to remind you guys that there is something epic at stake in this fight, and I can't wait. Of course, we all want the Stevenson fight, and that's the next subject, the next topic at hand. If Sergey Kovalev gets past Jean Pascal, and I'm certain that he will, but Jean Pascal could knock Kovalev out. Don't write Pascal out. Anything's possible. This is boxing, and Pascal's the right guy. I think he's the best in the division other than Kovalev. He's better than Adonis. I don't care. I think he's way better. I thought Adonis, I just want to put this out there for Adonis Stevenson fans out there. You know, Fanfara had him finished off. I want to say that again. Fanfara had this guy finished off, Stevenson. He was done. But Fanfara didn't have the gas to take him out, and he survived that fight. Trust me when I tell you, he was done. After he knocked Stevenson down, if he had enough gas in the tank, he could have got that win. He would have already taken that belt away. And I believe in a rematch, Fanfara will probably take him. But going back, if Sergey Kovalev gets past Jean Pascal, the next order of business is a unification fight with a ducking Chickenson, Adonis Stevenson. Now, they went to a purse bid before, and Sergey Kovalev and Kathy Duva had to pull out because Sergey Kovalev has an exclusive agreement with HBO, and Al Heyman was going to win the purse bid at the time, but a couple of developments have occurred. Kathy Duva's gone to Russia several times, and she secured some Russian billionaire is basically he promised that he's going to outbid Al Heyman. So he seems to have the shkarol, the money. I think he has what it takes to like get this bid. So I think that the plan is that they're going after Adonis in June. So that means if he beats Pascal, Sergey Kovalev is going to be the lineal champion, have pretty much all the belts, except for that trinket that Adonis is still holding, that WBC trinket, which, by the way, the WBC belt is becoming more and more and more of the laughing stock of the sanctioning bodies. At least to me, I just feel like a lot of the guys that are holding the WBC belt are just a bunch of chumps, just like, you know, not fighting the guys we want them to fight. But anyway, so They got a Russian billionaire out there who's supposedly ready. So they're going to go to this next purse bid, and I think they're going to win it. And it's likely that Adonis Stevenson is going to relinquish the title, or he's going to fight Kovalev. I think Adonis wants this fight. I think he knows that this is the biggest fight in boxing. It's a pay-per-view fight. He's going to make a lot of money. He ain't making more money fighting anyone else other than Kovalev. I think he wants this fight, and I just think that Al Heyman is in the way. I do think he was scared to death of Kovalev. I still think he's scared of Kovalev, but he wants to fight, and he wants that money. He's getting old. He almost lost to Fanfara. And, you know, let's face it, C+ to B- type guys in the light heavyweight division may knock his ass out before he even gets to that purse bid. So I just hope he's staying in shape, because I do want that fight. We all want that fight. And now, to top it all off, Sergey Kovalev, apparently there's 2 agreements signed. One with HBO, where Andre Ward apparently signed a 3-fight deal with HBO, where he's supposed to fight Sergey Kovalev as the last fight of the 3-fight deal. Now, the contract between Ward and HBO, we don't really have any specifics on that contract. We're not really sure if he has to fight Sergey Kovalev or not. But the other contract that Rock Nation, Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev, and Main Event signed, okay, they signed between themselves. That contract, we found out from Kathy Duva in a Boxing Scene article. Kathy Duva said that after June of 2016, Andre Ward has to fight Sergey Kovalev. He cannot fight anyone else. And the only way out of that fight is if he retires out of boxing completely, or he has some serious injury, in which case, when he recovers, he's got to fight Kovalev. So that's what Kathy Duva said. And she made that comment regarding Andre Ward, because Andre Ward was on the Fight Game with Jim Lampley, and when he was being interviewed, he said, you know, it might happen. You know, he kind of, when he was being interviewed, they said, so are you fighting Sergey Kovalev? And he said, maybe, we'll see what happens. He was like really skeptical, and he was like, what's the rush? Maybe we'll fight in 2016. And that was what caused Kathy Duva to go to the media and say, no, we have an agreement in place, and he has to fight Sergey Kovalev after June of 2016, and the only way out of that is if he retires out of boxing, or he has some type of crazy injury, and when he recovers, I'm assuming he would have to come back. Either way, that fight seems, from what I gather, it seems signed, sealed, and delivered. But we know Andre Ward, and there's nothing like we can do. You know, like, I won't believe it until they're actually in the ring with each other. But I will say this. If Sergey Kovalev goes ahead and pulls all 3 of those fights off this year, and he wins all 3 of those fights, you know, first of all, let me just say this because I'm running out of time here. Sergey Kovalev's my pound-for-pound number 1. And I've heard a lot of guys on YouTube who agree with me. I'm sure a lot of you do. Maybe, you know, some people have Chocolito as number 1. Yeah, he has tremendous skills, but I just can't deny Sergey Kovalev. I mean, it's like he goes ahead and kills Roman Simikov, who was 19-0 undefeated, right? Then he knocks out Darnell Boone in their rematch. He goes, gives the first L to Lionel Thompson, who was also undefeated, knocks out Gabriel Campillo, knocks out Cornelius White, goes ahead, knocks out undefeated Nathan Cleverly, Ismail Salah, undefeated Cedric Agnew gets knocked out, mangled and embarrassed, undefeated Blake Cabarello gets laid out. Then we got, he won 20-106, Bernard Hopkins gave him a masterclass, goes on, knocks out Jean Pascal, takes out his mandatory Najib Mohammadi, who he destroyed, but at the end of the day, the guy's 37-2, and then Kovalev gave him his 3rd loss. The guy was a mandatory, so you can't disrespect him. Then he goes on to have these 3 fights. This guy, Sergey Kovalev, is a legend. And I'm telling you right now, like, he's just an amazing fighter, and I had to drop this video. We're looking forward to a big 2016. This is Avi from the Sweet Science Brothers. Holler at your boy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.